Today we are in the East in Sironko district. Now things have not been easy in the past. Teachers had started to give up and literacy was not improving. But today you'll find another Sironko, one where teachers take up extra efforts to reach their goals. Teacher supervision and support has increased, and as a result, so has the children reading levels.
You are tuned to 11.5 Bugunzu FM. The news read to you by Negesakathe. Here are the headlines. The harvest for EGRA or sharp. Our reporter Patience has the details.
Kathy is in the studio while P1 to P3 pupils report from the field. This is the radio show of Bugunzu Primary School that takes place every week. Now, every Friday, pupils come with a fresh episode in both English and Lumasaba, the local language.
We thank our DEO and all the education officials for working together with USAID to bring the above program, which has aided us to read fluently and confidently. I'm Nakiburango Patience for Bugunzu FM.
Now, what I do, like for example, the teachers have come today. In my opening remarks, I always tell them the current news. And I told them that now, as you go back to your schools, you should always begin early morning by telling children your news. And then they'll also in turn be helped to tell their news. That's how it started.
After the news comes a talk show where pupils discuss important topics in the district. Everything feels like a real talk show. They even take calls from the audience.
One time even the chairman, LS5, came here. They presented a concern and he was amazed. So there are key issues which are happening in the community which they really share. They don't just stage any, but something which is striking, something which is touching. And by way of doing that, they want to seek solutions because they are part of the solution.
Looks like it's my turn to be interviewed, so I'm going to give them a mic. Who should I give the mic to?
I'm a journalist.
Yes.
I work with Bugunzu FM.
Yes.
May you allow me to ask you some questions?
Feel free.
What's your name?
My name is Sami Watala.
What are your expectations?
Oh, ganikani ni gamani.
Tambia aduane Bugunzu FM. Is it your first time in Bugunzu?
It is my first time in Bugunzu, but just after that hill is my village also. Yes. And there is another tradition in Bugunzu Primary School. Pupils here love to write letters. They even write to their teachers, the head teacher, to the CCT, and to their parents.
I'm the one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You wrote this? This is your handwriting?
Because my name is Even.
Can you read for us?
Dear Madam, how are you? The term is coming to an end. I hope all pupils will read books and they will be promoted to Primary 5. Dear Head Teacher, we request that you take me as a newsreader because I don't have money for a tour. I think you will respond to my letter. Thanks, your pupil, Negesakathe, a newsreader. The pupils were going for a tour. And I wrote a letter to head teacher, to even me. I want to go and I write news from there. You had to convince the head teacher by writing a letter? Yes. Did you finally go to the tour? Yes.
Free choice, according to what they feel they should communicate. So they have reached a level of being assertive. They want to educate the community, the public. They want to express themselves on what they feel is right for them.
CCT Irene Wanyenze calls all those activities micro-innovations. She comes up with the ideas together with the teachers during CPD sessions, and the most interesting ones gets implemented. Teachers love to come to Irene's CPD sessions. They learn from her, but also from champion teachers and from each other. Today's CPD session had a 100% attendance.
I have meetings with the teachers, and we discuss the best teaching practices which can yield results, especially in accelerating literacy. And we come up with such activities because when children can read the news, it is one way of increasing the reading levels. When children can have talk shows, it's another of increasing literacy levels. So I always share with the teachers how best can we improve the reading levels in our schools.
After the initial training, the teachers are not yet confident enough to bring out the methodology very well. So Irene initiated it cost-free, whereby she could cluster the schools into zones where they would have the needs assessment and come up with the areas of concern, and they handle them. And Irene would offer the technical support, but otherwise the head teachers have organized the CPD.
Teachers could call me and say, CCT, I have this challenge. We have this challenge in our schools. Sometimes it may be a personal challenge to a teacher, sometimes a school problem. So that is how we come up with such CPDs, such topics. It is from their gaps which they have. And that's why we are addressing them like we are addressing today. During my supervision, I identified champion teachers. Those who are doing better than others. They are all doing better, but there are those who are better than others. So this, when we identify them, they have been training others even at national level. And when others see these champion teachers at that level, it has really motivated them. Everybody is now competing. I must be a champion teacher. I must be a champion teacher. And we hope that in a short time to come, we shall have everybody being a champion.
3 years ago, Irene came up with the reading competition, which is now one of the key events in the district. It takes place several times a month in different CCTs around the district.
They pick the classes. We don't do all the classes at once. It can be a P2 class this term, then next term P3. Then we have the people who will be the assessors. They check the speed, they check the fluency. There are about 4 areas that are checked. The best winners go with some pencils, depending on the class, the book. Those are small things that cost very little money. So the child will be very proud and they really compete.
Once again, we leave our short visit so full of hope for the children of Sironko. Again, in this district, teachers and education stakeholders have risen above obstacles to keep teachers in schools, and children can now read and write.